Welcome back here with us on Overdrive. Now today we are talking about motorcycles that can be taken on big open highways. In fact, if you are someone who enjoys riding such motorcycles, then there is a big bore cruiser that is coming your way which can take your attention away from the likes of the Harleys and Indians of the world. This is Bavaria's answer to America's most favorite motorcycle.
A little while back, we told you that BMW is not going to waste too much time bringing this beautiful R18 cruiser to the Indian market. In fact, we are standing here right now at the BMW Motor dealership in Mumbai, and this motorcycle is already here. The modern retros is obviously the in theme right now, but the way the R18 does it, it's phenomenal. It draws inspiration heavily from the R5 BMWs of the past, and all of that is visible throughout the motorcycle. Like for example, the conventional forks with that sleeve on top, very retro, but more importantly, the tear shape or the teardrop shape for the tank, I think it looks phenomenal. And with that simple pinstriping which continues all the way back on the fender, looks beautiful in my opinion. And then you have the classic old school swing arm mechanism as well. I'm going to be honest with you, the first time I saw images of this motorcycle, the only thing that stuck out like a sore thumb was this bulbous exhaust canister. But now that I'm seeing this in the flesh, I think it looks beautiful. Of course, all that chrome, that shiny chrome, is going to be very difficult to maintain. To keep it shiny the way it is looking right now in the showroom is not going to be an easy affair. But I think it's going to be very satisfying for those of you who like to clean their motorcycles, right? Of course, this can be swapped for a Vance & Hines system, a more conventional looking exhaust system at that. But I think if I was buying, I would go with this fishtail look. I think it looks quite nice. In fact, the handlebars can be swapped for monkey bars too, and BMW has some custom options that have been designed with Roland sands. The bodywork attaches to a double down tube frame, which is suspended by 49mm forks up front and a cantilever strut at the rear with 120mm and 90mm of travel respectively. At the heart of the frame is an 1802cc boxer twin, the largest of its kind on any production motorcycle, larger even than the R1250 GS. However, this puts out a more cruiser-friendly 91 PS of power and 150 Nm of torque. And all that power and torque is fed to the rear wheel using this shaft drive, the beauty of which is an exposed mechanism. I think it looks beautiful. Even when you are just rolling the bike in your parking lot, it looks beautiful. It looks even better when you're riding it. In fact, this attention to detail and these callbacks to the retro themes is very tastefully done on this motorcycle. Like for example, these heat sinks that you see on the header pipes or these push rods, even the knurled finish on the tank cap, I think all of it is really nicely done. The exposed shaft drive is a piece of art too, and an ode to BMW classics. The modern day equipment includes 3 unique riding modes: rain, roll and rock, or wet, comfort and sport modes in layman terms. These come courtesy of a BMW typical electronics package, which also includes automatic stability and traction control, engine drag torque control which limits slip under hard downshifting, a reversing assist and a hill start control much like the new GS. Of course, I am infatuated by this design, even infatuated by the design of the key, which is shaped exactly like that of the tank. It even says first edition, and that sort of signifies this black paint scheme and that white pinstriping that you see. Again, an ode to the original. Well, this motorcycle is now available in India, so if you are interested in getting yourself a cruiser from Bavaria, you know where to go for this. I'm waiting to ride this motorcycle, but before we sign off, let me give you a quick listen on how this big boxer engine sounds like. The natural rivals for the BMW R18 are the Triumph Rocket 3 and the Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. But with Harley's future in India looking blurry and the Rocket 3 selling out like hotcakes, the BMW R18 could have an easy run ahead of it. The base R18 and the limited first edition have been priced at Rs 18.9 and Rs 21.9 lakh respectively. Well, I'm not very sure if that exhaust note sounded really great inside the showroom, but I'm very sure it's going to sound even better out on the road. But before we sign off, I know I said that before, but before we sign off, let's quickly take a look at the final thing, the first edition. This is what it gets you. A brochure with something written in German and in English as well. But you also get this beautiful coffee table book, and it's heavy. This is definitely going to be worth a read. A cap, and these metal badges done up in the old format with the little bronze detailing that you see. You've also got a screwdriver key for it. So you can either replace the badges on the tank with these, or like our friend here just told us, you can also put it on your jacket, on a leather jacket. And to go with it, you have this leather belt with the R18 first edition written on it. I'm not sure if you would want to ride that and flaunt this on your jacket or your pant, but yeah, this is what it gets you if you end up getting one of these, the first editions, which by the way is limited, of course.
Now before we wrap up,